Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of a true sporting revolutionary, the one and only Shane Warne.
To really get a grip on Warne's impact, you can't just start at the beginning of his life. Nope. You have to start with a single, jaw-dropping moment of genius that absolutely stunned the world.
Because really, his story is the story of a sporting revolution.
So, let's set the scene. Before Shane Warne explodes onto the world stage in the early 90s, the art of leg spin bowling, it was pretty much on life support, kind of fading away from the sport. See, leg spin, it's this incredibly tricky style of bowling. It's all on the wrist, trying to put this massive spin on the ball. And that makes it unpredictable, not just for the guy with the bat, but a lot of the time for the bowler himself. So yeah, at the top level, people just saw it as way too risky, too inconsistent to win you games.
For something like 20 years, cricket was all about one thing: raw, terrifying pace. It was a kingdom ruled by the thunder of fast bowling. But then came Warne, and he didn't just knock on the door, he kicked it clean off its hinges. He completely rewrote the rulebook, and in doing so, inspired a whole new generation to try their hand at spin.
So, where did this revolution all begin? Well, it started with his very first ball in an Ashes series against England, all the way back in 1993. Okay, so picture this, right? You've got this young, kind of unknown bowler, and he's up against the seasoned, experienced pro. What happens next? It was just so perfect, so utterly unbelievable, that it instantly became the stuff of legend.
And this right here, this breaks down the absolute physics-defying magic of what he did. You've got the drift, the ball kind of floating deceptively through the air. Then it pitches way, way outside where the batsman expects. But then, the turn. The sheer amount of spin he got on it was just insane. It was something nobody had ever really seen before, not on this level. This wasn't just taking a wicket. This was a statement, a declaration of pure genius.
All right, but here's the thing. This incredible genius on the field, it was often matched by some serious controversy off the field. And that's what creates this really complex picture of a flawed but brilliant superstar.
I mean, by 1998, his talent was just undeniable. He'd become only the second Aussie in history to take 300 Test wickets. That's a huge milestone. It basically cemented his status as one of the all-time greats.
But, and this is a big but, right as his star was shooting into the stratosphere, this story comes out. It turns out he and a teammate had been secretly fined for getting involved with an illegal bookmaker. The whole thing became known as the John the Bookmaker controversy. And this table, man, it really shows you the pattern of his career, doesn't it? These unbelievable highs, right alongside these really damaging scandals. One minute he's a hero, the next he's stripped of the vice-captaincy. And then there was that shocking one-year ban right before a World Cup. His career was just this constant wild roller coaster. So, after he serves that one-year ban for testing positive for a banned substance, a lot of people were asking the question, is he finished? Could he ever get back to his best? Well, he didn't just come back. Oh no, he came back with a vengeance and just shattered every record in his path. Think about this. In less than 3 years, he went from 500 to 600 to a completely unheard of 700 Test wickets. It wasn't just a comeback, it was an act of pure defiance. And the peak of that comeback, it has to be the legendary 2005 Ashes series. Now, what's amazing is that Australia actually lost that series, but Warne's personal performance, it was a total masterpiece of skill and just sheer willpower. He took an incredible 40 wickets. 40! That's miles ahead of the next best bowler. He was on a completely different planet. So, Warne finally hangs up his boots from international cricket in 2007, but he left behind a legacy that went way, way beyond the playing field. And really, it all comes down to this one absolutely staggering number: 708. 708 Test wickets. When he retired, that was the world record, and it's still the mountain that every single leg spinner who's come after him has been trying to climb. His impact is just permanently woven into the fabric of the sport. I mean, think about this. He was named one of only five cricketers of the entire 20th century. Entire trophies are now named in his honor. And at his beloved home ground, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, there's a grandstand with his name on it, a permanent tribute to the hometown hero. And then, the shock of his sudden death. It prompted this incredible global outpouring of grief. And the tributes, they weren't just from the world of cricket. We're talking about global superstars like Mick Jagger and Elton John. It just goes to show you what a larger-than-life figure he was.
A true international icon.